absolute crypto scamming criminal. Okay, time out. Hold on. Hold your horses. Actually, better yet, let me hold them. Before you freak out, let me explain. There are two types of people involved in a cryptocurrency scam. The scammer and the scammy, which is me. I was the one who got scammed. But in this particular case, there is a third party. The people who don't know they're scammers. The oblivious scammer. A few years back, I was on an absolute grind set, looking for ways to retire before I'm 30. Because I'm just not like other guys. So I called my friend who does stock trading, and I'm like, yo, dog, you got any dope investment advice? And he was like, as a matter of fact, I do. And he proceeded to give me this guy's number, who we will call the Prophet. So I call up the Prophet, and I'm like, hey man, I was told that you were the guy to talk to about up-and-coming investment opportunities. And this guy...
Oh yeah, yep, I'm your guy. Oh, and do I have some investment opportunities for you?
Was so freaking excited about this crypto coin he and his team were building from scratch.
I got this coin, see? You know, like an index fund in the stock market? It's like that, but with crypto.
For those of you who don't know, an index fund is probably the safest stock market investment you can make, because instead of investing in one entity with individual highs and lows, you're investing in an index, which spreads across a ton of companies on the market. It's the definition of not putting all of your eggs in one basket, because if one or two stocks absolutely plummets, your index fund will stay relatively the same, because it's not dependent on only that one thing, it's dependent on hundreds of companies in the market at once. That basically means unless the entire market goes down at the same time, there's almost no way an index can crash. And this absolute psychopath is trying to build one of these index funds for cryptocurrency from scratch. I'm in. Okay, no, it wasn't that simple. I didn't have money to just throw around willy-nilly. I was a broke kid fresh out of college. You know, after I dropped out. So I'm telling this guy, the Prophet, this sounds extremely promising, sort of. I just don't really have much, if anything, to invest in this, we'll call it, stonks coin. So this guy looks me in the eyes, over the phone somehow, and says to me,
Look, man, I get it. You're young, broke, poor, stupid, and socially awkward.
okay, now hold on, I don't think...
So here's what I'll do. Out of the kindness of my own heart, I will give a little bit of this coin to you. Now, it's still a work in progress because my team is still coding it, so it's selling for a fraction of the price. But otherwise, enjoy.
I thanked the guy profusely because that was an extremely generous thing to do. And that's perfect too because I wasn't quite ready to put my own money into something that sounded so sketchy. So we hung up the phone and I set up my very first crypto wallet. And this is where it gets a little crazy. I know the amount of money that the Prophet put in on my behalf is almost nothing in the investing world. And I thought, what the heck? It's a small amount, it might be a scam, but it's not even my money. So let's see where this thing goes. And I tell you, when I saw that coin hit my wallet, it instantaneously more than 40x'd. The dude was not kidding when he said he was selling it for a fraction of the price because he put in almost nothing. But that nothing hit an insane multiplier, making it a pretty significant life-changing something. I am freaking out. I am so excited. I call up the Prophet to thank him one more time. Dude, this is insane.
Of course, man. I just genuinely feel called in my heart to give to people. Oh, but there is one more detail that's kind of important. So, it's not real money. Yet. See, this coin hasn't gone on the market yet. Because they're still working out some kinks on the back end, so at the moment, it's impossible to turn what you have into physical dollars you can spend. But once it hits the market in a few weeks, it's open season, baby.
And this is why I added the third category of the oblivious scammer who doesn't know they're scamming other people. Because I don't think that this guy meant for everything to, fall apart completely. It's T-minus 1 week until I can take that multiplied, not-so-chump change and turn it into real physical American dinero. And this will be life-changing. I'll finally be able to pay off my student loans, buy my first car, and save up for my future. I can finally... I got an email from the Prophet. Unfortunately, the coin will be delayed another 2 weeks from going on the market, just working out some kinks on the back end. I'm like, well, that's a bummer, but it's okay, I guess. I mean, I'd much rather this coin be delayed until perfection so it's airtight rather than just rushed out of the market really fast with a bunch of gaps and loopholes. Because that would mean there's a higher risk of getting scammed. I look at my phone, and sure enough, it's another email from the Prophet, this time with a link to a Zoom meeting. I join the meeting with my camera off because I look like this, and it's the Prophet, along with a ton of random names that I don't recognize.
Guys, I have some news. We don't know how this happened, and we're working to fix it, but someone close on our team sabotaged the coin by pumping a bunch of fake numbers into it, and they stole almost every single one of your investments.
What? You gotta be kidding!
Are you serious? What did he say? This individual has been helping, building the Stonks coin up from scratch from the very beginning, coding his scam in from the start, which means the entire DNA of this coin is not safe to put on the market. This is unbelievable. Yeah, you gotta be kidding. Are you serious with this? I'm not gonna lie to you. This is completely on me.
Yeah, you think?
Because I was so excited to build this coin, my team and I didn't perform as serious of background checks as we should have. But don't worry, I have a plan, and I'll speak to you all shortly.
This made me so happy that I didn't invest any of my own money into this coin, but sounds like he has a plan, so I guess we'll see what that is. A few months go by, and I've almost completely forgotten about Stonk Coin. I figured it was an unfortunate scam, a rug pull, a complete low-life degenerate... Sorry, I got something in my mouth. Attempt to just steal people's money, and I thought everyone had cut their losses and moved on. But then... I got another email. Update, we have acquired a new team and have performed adequate background checks this time. We learned from our previous mistakes and we are building a brand new coin called Stonks 2 The Sequel. At first I was like, gosh, so many people probably lost thousands of dollars into this scam coin, and he's trying to get them to invest more money in a different coin in hopes that they'll gain back what they lost? I don't know about you guys, that seems pretty shady. But then I kept reading. I know how much of you have invested in the previous coin under false pretenses, and I take full responsibility. So I will be taking the amounts that each of you invested and doubling it out of my own pocket and putting it into this new coin for you to have. This is costing tens of millions for me, but I feel personally responsible for your losses? Okay, what? So essentially, everything everyone put into the previous coin turned out to be a scam, right? And then this guy, the Prophet, who is apparently a multi-millionaire, is taking money out of his own pocket at an insane loss, doubling everyone's investments and giving them insane shares of this new coin, Stonks 2 The Sequel. Time out. The Prophet really isn't a scam artist? He's apparently just a guy who's gotten way too ahead of himself because he has the funds to build a crypto index fund coin thing from scratch. You're telling me it was a genuine, honest mistake and some other person scammed everyone? Alright, well, I genuinely would not have guessed. This new coin obviously needs to be built from scratch, so this will take some more time. I'm optimistic, it should be going live in a few months. I'll update you all soon. Okay, so to recap, the Prophet just gave me a small portion of this coin that turned out to be a big portion of this coin, and the coin turned out to be fake. Big scam. So out of his own pocket, he's making a new coin from scratch and doubling my and everyone else's already life-changing amount, and I didn't even pay for it. This is either perfectly legitimate or the most elaborate scam ever. So a few more months went by, I'm living life to the fullest, and again, I had basically forgotten about Stonks 2, when lo and behold, I got another email, and it's the Prophet. And it says, 1 week until Stonks 2 The Sequel goes live on the market. Finally, after all this time, it's actually 1 week away. When this thing hits the market and I can actually exchange most, if not all of it, into physical dollars that I can spend paying off my student loans, getting a decent car, and saving up for my future, my life will never be the same. So in full anticipation that my bank account was gonna change drastically in the next week, I started financing a $50,000 car using my credit card as a down payment, getting a condo, and basically going into crippling debt because when this coin goes live, it will answer all of my problems. I am totally kidding. What do you think, I'm stupid? Could you imagine? No, I mean, honestly, at this point, just based on the previous track record, I kind of figured it wasn't gonna hit the market in a week. And sure enough, I got yet another email saying the coin will be delayed again. And a few months later, it happened again, and again, and again. The worst part is, I know the prophet is legitimately doing his best to put this coin together and make it go live on the market so that everyone can make their money back. Because he continuously sends updates to everyone on where they are in the coding process, how long they think it'll be until it goes on the market, and what kind of, lawsuits they're under this week. This guy literally took money out of his own pocket to not only restore everyone else's stolen investment, but also double it. And he's continuing to lose money every single month to work on this coin and to try to get it out on the market for everyone. I still have the crypto wallet and everything, I just can't touch it yet unless it goes on the market. Unfortunately, I just don't know if that'll ever happen, so I'm basically pretending like it doesn't exist. But let me tell you, if this thing ever actually does hit the market, and I could turn it into real dollars, which could change my life as I know it, I'm betting it all on black. I'll update you as the story continues. Speaking of gambling and losing everything, definitely check out this video where my brother and I almost got eaten by a giant alligator. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching.